Alright, welcome to the stream. Good to see everybody here. Sorry to hear that, Indy. But I hope things get better. Doing some more gaming yourself, though, yeah? What you playing? Anything interesting? But anyway, we're here to be doing some Ratchet and Clank. I think I'm pretty damn close to finishing this. I was told I was on the last level, and boy, have I been playing a lot of this on my own time. I don't get a ton of free time to play a lot of games off stream, but what I do, I usually spend playing other games that aren't games that I'm streaming unless I need to grind something out. So I did that with Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider a little bit. I've done it a little bit with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I didn't think I'd be doing it with Ratchet and Clank, but I did. And I got a few things, which is nice. I'm like 3 trophies away from getting a platinum. Boy, it wasn't hard, but it was tedious. There was a lot to it. So yeah, I ended up doing a lot of the extra little bits, got all the skill points. I think I got almost all of the gold bolts. I'm just missing the few that are on the current level that I'm on. And apparently after this one level, we are done with the game. So I think we're going to beat it, hopefully. And if it ends up being in quick fashion, like in less than 30 minutes or something like that, I'm probably just going to tack it on to the last stream. So we'll see what happens. But after that, we got some Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonist to get to. So I said I'd try to go a little bit longer with that one. So let's go ahead and get on into Ratchet and Clank. A little bit of Witcher 3. Get some Brief Emperor's Tomb again. Definitely need new games. I got you. Well, it's not a problem to be revisiting the classics. Also, sorry, I'm scratching my arm. If anybody was wondering what that sound was, that was me. Alright, let's go ahead and get this little bad boy loaded up. I think I'm on this one. So, people were talking about last stream this glitch you could exploit to get like a ton of bolts. I did it, and I got a decent amount of bolts. But something happened. I think I might have nudged the controller or something while I was kind of letting it do its own thing. And unfortunately, it stopped at some point around 250,000 or something like that. So I didn't quite get as many as I was hoping for, because I was hoping to get that trophy to get 1 million bolts. Fortunately, that's cumulative, even when you do New Game Plus, so I guess I'm not terribly concerned about that, but it's just more stuff that I have to do on my own time, and not just set it and forget it, which is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. We'll see what we could get up in here. We'll get to that in a bit. I tried Diablo 3 Resurrected again, but you rage quit last time. Tried killing the final boss, Bale. I got you. A lot of Diablo fans don't seem to like 3 all that much. I've never really played any Diablo outside of 1 and a little bit of 2, so I don't know what their problem is with it. This is the remaster version. This is the one that's on PS3. It's part of the HD collection. I've had this collection probably about since it came out, plus a year. What I mean by that is the year after it came out. I think I got it for pretty cheap, so. I meant Diablo 2. I got you. And when I attempted to play that, when I attempted to play this HD collection when I first got it, I just wasn't feeling this game, and I didn't end up sticking with it. I probably played 3-4 hours, something like that, and then I just gave up. So when I was thinking about doing something for the new year, I was like, you know what? There's that massive PS2 exclusive mascot games that I never played, never got a chance to get into. Always wanted to,
That's a real beauty.
But either I wasn't feeling them or I just didn't care enough to get them. And then I was like, I'm going to do that this year. So ended up getting Sly, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, which I already had, but committed to it. So here we are. Anyway, I played a little bit of this level on my own time. I tried not to go too far. I did end up getting one of the gold bolts, so we're clear on one of them. I need to find the last 2. I did get the skill that was present here, though. And it looks like one of the enemies is missing, so I don't know what that's all about. Didn't Rare or something do this game? Kind of like Gex, Enter the Gecko. No, who did Gex? Gex was done by a different company. Gex was done by Crystal Dynamics, I think, right? Or am I thinking of something else? Was it them? I think that was an IDOS game. I don't remember if it was Crystal or not, though. Let me see. Now that's going to bug me. Gex the something. What the hell is his name? Gex the Gecko. I need to see who did that game. That game wasn't that great, and I had one of them that was on Game Boy Color, and that one was especially bad. It is a Crystal Dynamics game. I thought so. Okay. So same people that did the Tomb Raider games eventually. So, but no, this isn't done by Rare. This is done by Insomniac. This is done by the same people that did the Spyro series, the initial Spyro trilogy on the PlayStation. They go on to do a number of games, most recently of which is the Spider-Man PS4 exclusive, or PS5, I guess, that are out too. But that was probably their last major title, I think. I don't think they've done anything else since then. But I mean, that's a hell of a game, and they're working on. Maybe they did do something else. I don't know. And they're working on the sequel for that. They're apparently doing the Wolverine game, so exciting stuff. Hope all that's good. We'll see how it goes. I'm a big fan of that Spider-Man game. I liked it quite a bit. Remember Gex on Nintendo 64? Love that game. Had a few movie reference levels, which is fun. I thought the whole thing was a movie. It was like all movie references. I think that's what they were going for. I mean, obviously he's dressed in the tuxedo. They're doing kind of like a Bond spoof on the cover of it. But I think the thing was that he was like a TV hopping lizard, and then he goes through all these like movie scenarios. Friends been streaming Wolverine Origins. That's a good game. That's a good game. Wolverine doesn't have too many good games, but that one's a decent one. The X2 one that has nothing to do with the X2 movie is also pretty good, but that's more stealth-oriented. But if you're looking for like a straight-up action game that's, you know, similar to all of the God of War clones that were popular at the time, that one ain't bad. That one is not bad. I've been thinking about streaming that one myself, actually, but I don't really have a reason to. So the skill point for this level was to take out these jetpack troopers with just the wrench, which wasn't too hard. Unfortunately, you don't need to do it like all in one life or anything like that, so ended up doing that relatively quickly. I think it was around here where I stopped playing this level though, so yeah, blind from here on out. Remember Conker's Bad Fur Day, but you never played it. Just recall seeing another streamer play it. It's very vulgar but hilarious. Yeah, Conker first started out as a Game Boy game, and it was just, you know, some shitty little mascot game. Rare made it. I actually owned that first game. That was on the Game Boy Color. My grandpa got it for me one day, quite a while back. And I was like, gee, okay. I don't know what the hell this is. Hated that game. I tried to play through it, but I did not like it. And then eventually they own that, you know, they own that IP, but they were like, oh, we gotta do something with this. So they just turned it into this big crass, you know, adventure platformer on the N64. And it paid off because that, you know, Conker was going nowhere as just a happy-go-lucky squirrel. All right, what's up, Sabotage? How you doing today? But boy, that Game Boy game sucked ass. That game was awful.
That's a real beauty.
I'm just gonna start capping my ammo as soon as we get to shops. Oops. Definitely not what I want to do. Let's get up on here. Changed all my weapons around. Actually, probably easier just to get it from the gadgets. I myself have never played Conker's Bad Fur Day, though. It never really appealed to me, but I do have it on the Rare Replay. I've often wondered if I should try that, just, you know, for the sake of games that I've never played before, that people seem to like. That and the one that got onto Xbox Live, something Reloaded? I was gonna say Live and Reloaded, but that doesn't sound right. I don't know, maybe that's right. Suck it. A lot of games sucked ass back in the day. I played Vampire recently. That game sucked so bad. I have Vampire. I got it pretty cheap, like $10 or something like that. I don't think it was that bad. I've definitely played worse. Didn't really hook me though, so I don't know if that's saying something. Let's see if I got a better weapon for this, but I don't really think I do. And everything that Rare made wasn't exactly golden though, in my opinion. Definitely had a couple stinkers. Superman 64, well, I mean, you're talking about like one of the most legendarily bad games in existence. But yeah, Superman on N64 was not good. I've seen some people try to speedrun that game. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, you do see correctly. I grinded the shit out of this game in a few days that I was not streaming it. That, and I tested out that exploit, but I didn't end up getting as much as I wanted out of it. I wanted to get that trophy for the 1,000,000 bolts, but that didn't end up happening. I'll never see some of these Visibombs. bombs. Episode 1 Pod Racer and Obi-Wan. Well, Pod Racer is a classic racing game by a lot of people's standards. I don't remember Obi-Wan being all that favorably received. I think it had the same... It ran on the same engine that the Episode 1 game did, which wasn't a bad game per se, but it wasn't exactly something... It was like an action-oriented Episode 1, whereas Episode 1 was kind of like an RPG almost of sorts. Like an action... Well, kind of like an action RPG. I don't know. But... in any case... I don't remember the combat in the Obi-Wan game being that great. If I was going to play like a Episode 1 oriented action game, I'd probably do Jedi Power Battles. It's not going to take that long with the Rhino. Well, good then. We'll get this over with fast, and then we can move on to Sly, which we ran out of time for before. Love that game, clunky controls, bad graphics. It's fun to drive this. I don't remember the graphics being that bad for the time. I remember, I mean, you know, there were better looking games on Xbox, but I don't remember them being that bad. I just remember it not being that great as an action game, because it used almost the exact same, like, control scheme as the Episode 1 game, from what I recall. I mean, I could be completely wrong. It's like the PlayStation had the Episode 1 game, and the Xbox had Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan was a more expansive game, but I don't know if it was a better game. Yeah, the Dreamcast version. The Dreamcast version is actually the superior version. That one's got the fixed Darth Maul double saber. It's got better graphics. It doesn't have the lag and the slowdown. So you played the better version. I always played it on PlayStation, which was kind of shitty. But I still thought it was fun. I don't think this thing has that much range. Let's see. Okay, I do want to try and get the bolts in this area. I don't think we're quite there yet. I went down that way. That way has the gold bolt. But it's not... There's nothing there that I need. I think it's like blocked off or something. I don't remember. Speaking of all this Star Wars talk, this game, not only does it have like a ton of Star Wars references, but it like also, as I've been playing through it, I've noticed that there's a lot of design choices that mirror that of Star Wars. And some of the camera techniques in the cutscenes as well. The best Star Wars game I played in a minute. We're gonna have a problem. Like I went right through that thing. Alright. Wish EA would come up with a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order already, or like a Knights of the Old Republic remake, but that's only on PS5. I'm not too hopeful for the Knights of the Old Republic remake. Call me a pessimist if you will, but something tells me that's not going to be that great. Fallen Order was fine for what it was. I didn't love it, but I mean it's a better Star Wars game than most. There's been a lot of shitty Star Wars games, so. But it was all right. It was all right. I didn't like the characters of the story that much, though. Let's see. Where are we? Kind of getting in that area. Something over here. Well, EA lost their exclusivity license. Oh, here's Gold Bolt. Well, that's not even in like the green thing. Usually the Gold Bolts are in like little green highlighted areas. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. I can get over there. Oh, damn. It's close. See what it revealed. It looks like a new Batgirl with her suit. Looks like a new 52 like. A game? I don't remember seeing that. I remember seeing the trailer of Star Wars Eclipse and then the Quantic Dream logo pops up and your skepticism explodes. Who could blame you? I do wonder if there's something over there though. I almost made that. Jump over that way. Damn it. I'll try to get a better look at this. Oh shit. I just want to look over on this side and see if there's anything that I could actually access. It's an incoming Batgirl movie or show or something? Oh, okay. We were talking about video games. I thought we were talking about games. I have not seen that. I know... Is there still that DC streaming service? Does that still exist? Is that a thing still? I have no clue what's on that. And apparently neither does anybody else. At least anyone that I've talked to. I think Michael Keaton might be in it. So there was like this all rumor mill and bunch of talk about Keaton coming in to be like an old Bruce Wayne and a sort of Batman Beyond type deal. That end up being like a crock of shit, or is there any like validity to that? DC has a streaming service? Ah, you made me laugh. God damn it. I'm just kidding, I don't care. I don't think there's anything over there. I'm just gonna say there's nothing over there. When I look at the map, there's like these little green areas. Usually that signifies, I mean, as far as what I've seen so far, that usually signifies that there's a secret area. I don't know. I've only had that ability for like a good 3, not even, maybe like 2 hours. It'll be the Flash solo movie. It comes out this year. That's what it is. I'm guessing they're doing a Flashpoint movie then? Is that what it's gonna be? I mean, Flashpoint has been like the best Flash story. He doesn't have a whole lot of good ones, so I can't blame anybody for wanting to try to do something along those lines. Oh, we're gonna need the Trespasser trailer with his voiceover. I see. DC's got a streaming service, and everything on it that I saw looked really shitty. But I don't know. Maybe there's more than meets the eye with it. But as far as what I saw, I'm like, ugh. None of that looks all that great. Get these like way out of the way. Ben Affleck's gonna be in it too. So is he reprising his role, or is this gonna be like a multiverse deal? Well, I guess maybe if there's only been one trailer. I don't know. There's always like behind the scenes shit, so who knows. Yeah, you were talking about that last time. I was talking with somebody, I forget who it was, but we were like, oh, that new Batman movie doesn't look half bad. Visually, I don't think it looks bad. I think I like the look of the style and possibly the direction it's going, but what worries me is that it's been through a number of reshoots, and that's usually not good for movies. So my faith isn't exactly strong in it, but just from what I saw of the trailer, I don't think it looks that bad. Let me see that. Transformers. Wait, that's not DC, no. Though there was a Transformers comic line. I forget who published that, though. I know that there's like the, oh boy. I'm trying to think of it now. ID, something like that. They've done Transformers, but boy, somebody had a Transformers comic line back in the day. I want to say it was Marvel, but I'm not too sure. You say that again because you would rather have Affleck continue as Batman, or they utilize Michael Keaton more now? It would be so nostalgic. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the film industry could do without the nostalgia. I feel like maybe we should. I know I'm saying this about a Batman movie, which has been done 10 million times, but I feel like we could probably try and attempt to do something a little bit more on the news side. And at least what I've seen from the Batman trailer, it looks to be a little bit different than most other things we've seen so far. I don't mind it when studios sort of take a risk, try to do something fresh instead of trying to rehash everything 1,000 times. And again, I understand the irony. We're talking about Batman here, but if we're gonna do something Batman related, we can at least try and freshen it up a bit. Well, DC hasn't really known what they've been doing for a while now. It's not exactly news, at least not to me. Let me see. We're past the green section of the map. There's green around these parts somewhere. Which usually means that there's a little hidden area, but I'm not seeing shit. That's a shame too, because like we're one away from getting all the gold bolts. Right there. And then if I go down that way. Alright. I haven't really seen anything that looks secret-like. I do kind of wonder if there's something down there, but I'm unwilling to test it. Alright, hold up. I'll use the missile just so I can see if there's something over here. Looks like there's something going on down that way. I just find this like platform over here suspicious. But I found the other one suspicious too. I don't know if it's going to take me somewhere unique or what. That was a grind rail. Oh, that's it. That was it. I didn't even get to reflect on it purely because I'm not reading chat. That should be all of them. I think that's it. Bolt Commando. There we go. Nice. Hold on, let me see what's up here then. I'll get to chat in a second. Oh, okay. That's why it looked like I could go up there. Because we could. It's just a jumping off point. Gold Gamer. Bet your ass. I still haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, but you'll definitely rent it because you like the fact that Tobey Maguire was in it, so you kind of want to look it up on YouTube. I got you. I'm not going to a theater to see it, but I'll watch it online. Preferably for no charge. I also need to watch both Venom movies. What I've seen of the first one, I've never actually watched the first one fully, but I saw enough to know that I didn't want to watch it. And I saw the sequel on a friend's recommendation, and I did not really enjoy it. I don't know. It had a couple good moments, like some of the action was okay, but oh boy, that one was a rough one. Where is this? I don't really want to go like down that way where there's 1,000 soldiers. Been advertising the Jackass movie forever. I hear that there's like some sort of legal issues, or there was legal issues with that movie. I don't know, it might be funny, but yeah, I've heard that some of the old Jackass people had some sort of legal problems with it. But I don't know specifically, this is just like all hearsay, so there might not have been any issues. I remember watching the Spider-Man cartoon when Venom and Carnage are on a space planet with Spider-Man. Very weird. Yeah, they did that, and you're talking about the 90s one, right? That had to have been that one. I mean, I know it wouldn't have been anything earlier than that. Like, it wouldn't have been Spider-Man 60s for sure, or Spidey and Friends. But also looks like there's something up there. Don't think I can have a means to get up that way. Yeah, I don't know if they ever brought Venom and Carnage into any of those other ones. I know there was like an MTV animated series. There's one on like the Disney Channel and some other crap. I don't know. I never watched any of those. Oh, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I hated that one. I hated the theme for that song, and I hated how it looked. Oh, I see. Okay. Do I still have water, I think. Alright. Oh, not that. This. Yes, I do. Wow. Yeah, my Joe was kicked off it because he had drinking issues. That doesn't surprise me. Speaking of Venom in that 90s series, though, if in fact that's what we were speaking about, that was my first exposure to Venom, and I thought he was great in there. He was funny, he was intimidating, always had Spider-Man's number, so he became one of my favorite villains just through that TV show. Well, looks like we're skirting around him. I mean, I could just shoot all of them, I suppose, but somehow I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, Giant Clank. Interesting. Ones they have to work with, and he tried suing them for kicking him off of it. Oh, I see. Realized too late what hit him. I'm glad we brought this back, at least for a minute. If there's any other attacks, I guess not. I don't think we really have to worry about these, actually. You could definitely still step on him, though.
Hey! What the?
Imbeciles! After all the trouble you've gone through, you're about to die right where you started. It's so poetic.
This is it, Clank. Let's get him.
I was kind of hoping. Well, he could recoil, so that's good. The actual damage output isn't that great, but
You might have been useful to me after all. Too bad you chose the wrong side.
voice sounds familiar. Which one? Oh. Oh, good.
Hi there, Fuzzball. That's a real beauty.
I was getting worried about my blaster ammo.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Tesla. The bad guy? Oh, him.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Chairman Drek. He's Kevin Michael Richardson. Who he doesn't. I'm trying to think if he's got any like outstanding like premier roles, but I can't think. Nothing else is coming to mind. But he does a shitload of like just random voices, particularly in a lot of Western animation.
Oh, that's a nice one.
But he's one of those guys that like pops up everywhere. You probably know him from something. I can't think of a specific other role, but the wrench only challenge against this guy is crazy. I'm glad I'm not doing that. I don't envy anybody that's trying that, though. I think you recall me mentioning him?
Let's go, buddy.
Maybe in one of my older streams. I can't think of anything Kevin Michael Richardson's been in of late, though, that I've streamed. There's a lot of those, like, three-name people, though. Like in the Batman game, there's Roger Craig Smith, who did the voice of Batman in that game. And in the later Ratchet and Clank games, Ratchet's voiced by James Arnold Taylor. So all these voice actors, they got three names that they want to toss out there for people to fawn over. Whoa. Okay. I don't know how often I'm going to be getting Rhino ammo, so I kind of want to save it. What about James Arnold Taylor? James Arnold Taylor does the voice of Ratchet in the other games, the games after this one. She's another one of those people that does a shitload of voices too, but he's a little bit more video game oriented. I don't see him a lot in animation, I don't think. Wasn't sure if I had it equipped yet. This is Obi-Wan McClone. Does he? He might. I forget now. It's been a while since I've seen the Clone Wars animation. He usually... Oh, shit. Oh, damn it! I just noticed too late. I wasn't going to make that. I just noticed too late that there was a swing shot section there, though. Shit. Yeah, that was on me.
Bargains for you today.
I'm trying to think if he does now. He might be right. He might be right.
That's a real beauty.
Thing is, I don't remember. But again, like I said, he's one of those people that just kind of like pops up everywhere. Alright. That's kind of shitty, but at least in the small, short combat section we had, it didn't go too long. people go broke buying ammo for this fight. I'm good, so I'll be fine. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the ammo situation, too. It looks like there's ammo drops, which is nice. I just don't know how long that's going to last me. But yeah, the blaster is definitely going to be like one of my go-tos. Especially if only just because of the range. And then, like, the Rhino's going to be my trump card. It's going to be like all go for broke. So odd but funny sounding. We've all been digging the soundtrack of this game, I think, for the most part. I don't think I've heard anybody complain about it yet, but I think it's pretty good. Sometimes it does get a little oddball-ish. Shit. Oh, that's good. He wipes out his own mines. The weird space noises. Yeah, it's got like a theremin or something in it. It's kind of interesting. What the hell this gun is? This electric gun. I forget now. I haven't had it that long. I didn't have it during the last stream, but this gun isn't doing as much as I was kind of hoping it would. It looks like it's not continuous damage with him. Which is kind of shitty. Shit. Ooh, that was cheap. The reason why wrench only is so bad is because it attacks a random order and he only stays still enough to hit him with the wrench on the wave bombs. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that would suck. Be much more intense.
Once I step on this ignition switch,
it's like an endurance
will commence, the end of which signals the destruction of your pitiful world.
There must be another way to make a home for your people.
You think that's what this is about? Who do you think polluted our last world? I did. This is about one thing and one thing only. Cash, and lots of it. You see, I've been paid for every square inch of my new world. Once the inhabitants move in, I will begin polluting this world as well. Then the whole thing starts all over again. Ah, brilliant.
Why, you,
quite satisfied with that.
Evil little...
Save it, Clank. We have to stop that timer.
Yeah, I want cash too. That'll be good.
Power slam that button to terminate the countdown. To power slam, jump and press the R1 button.
Done it a few times, but thanks for the reminder, game. Also, it would be cool to stream some old Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Never played that one. I had, wait, what did I have? 2 Towers. Shit. A little reminder there since you might have forgotten. I mean, I guess it's been kind of, well, no, not really. You have, in order to get to this section, you need to actually power slam a button, so no. Just in case you forgot from like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, you never know. These ADHD kids nowadays. gonna start pulsing it, I guess, because that seems to be a little bit more effective than anything else. Little bastard. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't even know this was a grind rail. How do I get off of it? Oh yeah, and don't die. What the hell was the warning from the help desk last time? It was like, don't get shot or you will get hurt. Something along those lines. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. I might just save the... whatever the hell this thing is, I forget the name of it, but I might just save this electric thing for like, mobs and the other shit. Wait, hold up a second. Did I really put the hydro displacer on there? Why? I don't remember doing that. What do I want? Let's see. That's not gonna work. It's not really a whole lot of options for this. He stays a decent like distance away from you. I suppose maybe I could use the Glove of Doom. That ain't gonna do me any good right now. I'm gonna do the Devastator there. Alright, Indy. Well, thanks for popping in. Good chatting with you for a little bit. They immediately got bombed. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, where'd this ammo come from? Sweet. Yeah, but you take care. You have a good night. Hope things go better. And, I don't know. Guess I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'll be able to beat this boss. Looking at it, his health bar doesn't have, like, that much health left. I wonder if I can... I'm gonna pop a couple rhino shots in him, maybe. Okay, never mind. That was... that didn't work. They all went after the bombs. Stupid mines. Oh, shit. Okay, I need you to do that, like, mine attack again. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. They're basically like a chaff mine. It just confuses my missiles. God damn it. What is this now? It doesn't have much health left. I don't know what's going on here, though. It's a lot of shit. Rhino's just a little bit strong. Just a little bit. I was doing it without the Rhino for the longest time, but then I thought, his health bar is halfway down. I might as well give it a try. It ended up being pretty good. He worried me a couple times. I don't know if that, like...
You know, this time I am thinking what you're thinking.
Oh, good. They're on the same page. I didn't know if that, like, little ring that pops up around his bot, his mech, was something that was gonna, like, insta-kill me or not, though. It freaked me out. It got interrupted once. Oh, great. Now we'll have... yeah, I was gonna say. Now we'll have the debris of that planet raining down on us. That's a great idea.
Phew, that was close. Clank, you can pull us up now.
The servos in my arm appear to be broken.
Broken?
Okay.
As in, fall to our deaths broken?
Yes.
That was close. Thanks.
My arm appears to be badly damaged.
You'll
You'll
live.
be all right.
He just walks away. He doesn't help him up or anything.
Hey, tin can. Where do you think you're going? We, still need to fix that arm.
But why do you walk away in the first place? Created and developed by Insomniac. Alright, well. That was Ratchet and Clank. Pretty good game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Let's see if anything happens here. I guess it's just looking like it's going to be credits. Thank you. Thank you for the GGs. I'm just going to turn the volume down here a bit. Good game. You like Ratchet 1? Now, would you say it compares to the sequels? You think the sequels, you know, outside of the music, which we've talked about a little bit, do you think they're on par? Do you think they're better in terms of gameplay, or weaker in other terms, or you think they just all kind of pale in comparison? From what I've seen, it looks like the shooting mechanic works a little better, for lack of a better term, in the sequels, but I can't say for certain without actually playing it myself. But I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I mean, we've talked about it as we've been getting through here. There's a Ratchet and Clank movie, or did you hear that? No, there's a Ratchet and Clank movie. I think it came out in 2016 or something like that. It's been a few years now. Apparently it wasn't that great. I never seen it though, but yeah. David Burgode. Interesting name. I think the sequels are less focused, but the gameplay has been refined. Well, that's good. I do think that this game could have used a little tighter shooting mechanics, especially with some of the weapons. They seem a little, literally aimless in some regards. And you could get a little precision by going into the first-person view mode, but for the most part, I would like it if it was a little bit more tight and I could do some better aiming in just the third person without having to switch and move at the same time. That'd be nice. From what I remember in Deadlocked, I think by that game it felt a little bit more like a standard third-person shooter, which is probably better. Deadlocked is a weird one though, because I think that one was like a highly action-focused game, and it had basically no puzzles or anything in it. But I like that one quite a bit. You can trace from the start without that weird jetpack thing. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, strafing would actually help quite a bit. I do think the movement could use a little bit tightening up, but yeah, otherwise I don't really have any problems with this game. I mean, I think, it's a pretty standard plot, and it's not like super brilliant in terms of like writing or anything like that. But I felt like the dialogue was witty and characters were well written enough for an early-ish PS2 6th gen game. Like the weapon variety, like the enemies. Oh, we gotta see.
Painful itching in your nether regions causing you undue embarrassment. Do you just plain stink? Then you need this, the Gadgetron Personal Hygienitor. Hi, I'm Steve.
It's like a toaster, a bunch of shit stuffed in it.
And this little baby can take care of any grooming needs that are just too much trouble for you to handle yourself. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah. Oh, mommy.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
What's going on? All right. You've got 40 out of 40 gold bolts, 30 out of 30 skill points, but only 5 out of 10 gold weapons. I didn't see where the other 5 were, so I'm not too sure how I go about doing that. Start a new game with the current weapons and bolts, or time warp before you defeated Drek. I think I got it. I don't think I need a time warp for anything, so I think I'd probably just want to start a new game, and then I could work my way into getting all those bolts and maybe get the other gold weapons, however that works. I'm going to press the circle button. Back at the beginning. Let me see if it gives me, like, everything. I even have the rhino. I guess it okay, I keep all my weapons, I just don't keep all the gadgets. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, it makes sense. That way you could lock certain progression. I'm pretty damn close to platinuming this game, though. I think I need to get those 5 additional weapons. And then I need to get the 1,000,000 bolts. And then that's it. I got this bad boy platinumed. And we are good to go. Oh boy, let me see. Oh, there's a goodies option here. Skill points. Take aim, swing it. I already got all these. Yep. I'll let the credits roll again. Just so I can talk about this. The overall gameplay, though, I felt was really fun. I liked all the enemies, the enemy varieties, the fact that certain enemies had certain advantages or disadvantages to your weaponry. Again, I made the comparison several times, but it does remind me on a very raw level of like a Doom or something like that, where you could just kind of push your way through and approach it without too much compromise if you wanted to. But there's a certain amount of strategy that can go into this game as well, especially when it comes to some of the heavier areas like that. I keep going back to the example of that volcano that I went through with the gold bolts. Yeah, I mean, there's other locations like that throughout the game, but there's a certain amount of strategy involved if you want to get through proficiently, and I appreciate that in a game where there's certain nuances in the gameplay outside of strictly just, you know, it could have just been boiled down to shooting things. But the effects of the weapons, there's obviously some useless ones, but I think they pretty much all serve a purpose. I like that as well. There's just a lot of variety. I like variety in terms of gameplay. I like variety in terms of like locales, which this game definitely had, and story and other things like that, but particularly when you have a game whose gameplay, the core, the crux of the game, has a lot of variety in it with a lot of different approaches. Those tend to be games that I favor more often than something that's strictly stuck in a very particular standard type of game. I feel like a lot of times when you have third-person shooters, unfortunately, it tends to be that case, where there's just not too much variety, not a whole lot of different ways you can approach it. Thinking of stuff like the Gears of War series. Fun games, but there ain't much to it, and especially when you're dealing with a longer one, boy, can you get burnt out on that. I streamed the 3 games, like, several years ago, and I bought 4 and 5 with the plan on not necessarily streaming them, but actually playing them, and I can't bring myself to go back to those just because of how burnt out I got on the original 3. Like I said, they're fine games, but yeah, when there's not a whole lot going on in terms of the actual gameplay, it's hard for me to kind of want to get through them again, or sequels or anything like that. So I think, boy, this might be the front runner in terms of the game that I choose to continue on with. I don't know for sure. I mean, we still got to play through Sly, but I'm thinking if they only, if the games improve on the gameplay, I'm pretty curious to see how they do it And I'm curious to see what kind of weapons there are, what kind of enemy types there are. I just want to, I want more of this gameplay, just a little bit more refined. And I think if they end up doing that, it could be a pretty fun series to play through. Now, it's not something that I'm necessarily going to go through and play all the games, but I at least want to try out the ones that were on PS2. So, I don't know. This might be the one. This may be the one. I'll make that determination later, though. We'll find out in a bit. Games as they go on really focus on making an even more fun set of weapons. Well, that's nice. And that definitely appeals to me, so I would be interested in seeing how this series progresses in terms of that. Is this the scene that we already saw? Oh, no, these are just like magazine covers. Ratchet, the furry mechanic who created a panic. Deadly Gadgets, top 10 gift ideas for this holiday season. I was on reverse. Racetrack tragedy claims 5 robots. The Interstellar Nosy News. The truth. Is Skid hooked on Nano? Washed up. I'll do anything for a few bolts. Quark. Candid photos inside. Robot caught in the act. Ratchet's love interest. Shocking news about Drek. The race that was fixed. Fitness tips from Quark's trainer. Bounty hunters at each other's throats. Heavy artillery. Think you could handle the Rhino? Interview victims of the Rhino. Upgrades learn how to get aftermarket parts at an affordable price. More foray ends galactic hunger. Gadgets of tomorrow. Latest innovations. Visibomb review. Top 10 weapons. Gadgetron Con. 101 ways to clean your pipes. Popular plumbers. Will plumbing ever be the same? The water worker asks the same question every day. A true story. I saved the galaxy from an evil mutated strain of dry rot. I kid you not. Tips to fixing derelict turrets. Hydronator. Zoomerator. Prime. Robot of the Year. An exclusive look at how Clank saved us all. Reader Digested. How long is your wrench? Ooh. Which nanotech do you really need? And Emmy Boyd ate her and now she's in love. We got the Real Guard Times. Rhino salesman pleads not guilty. Novalis native claims brother turned into a chicken. And Amoeboid attack. Battalion Chronicles. Lone Commando wins war, or so he says. Reinforcements have arrived. What took them so long? Outpost X11 updates. And so on. The Hoverboarder. The best way to a man's heart is through his rib cage. Z400 sneak peek. Killer combos. Backbreaking moves. Zoomerator giveaway. Free stuff. Only $2.99. How Skid got his extra altitude. Home and bunkers. Number 1 official guide of the Umbra system. Bank seizes Quark estate. Auction begins now. New sectors. East Umbris. Central Umbris. Winnieville. All right. Ratchet and Clank, the motion picture. Oh my god, they predicted their own future. And apparently it was a box office bomb. We were just talking about the movie. Ooh, Hotbots. Entertainment for robots. Oil and gears. The best lubrification for your sensitive parts. Top 50 robot actors. Turbo Twins, Helga's workout plan. CPU overclocks. Improves performance and satisfaction. Help Girl shows off her servos. I was a little sad that I didn't get to do that side quest. There was this like grind rail section in the Gadgetron world, and I completely missed it during the last stream, but we ended up seeing the actual help desk girl, and that was her. Interview XV V8 models. Party at the Hotbot Mansion. Tools Express. Extend the life of your wrench. And that's it. Well, I'm sure there were many adventures to come. Maybe. And possibly we'll get to see them at some point. Which it's activated. Can I unlock them? Extend the life of your wrench. Yes, yes. The double entendres are strong. Okay. What I actually wanted to do was get into the options, make a save. I'll just save over this one. And we're good. I will not be attempting to get the 1,000,000 bolts or the additional weapons at this point in time on this stream. It seems like sort of a wasted effort. Also, they reset my goddamn camera controls. What the hell? I'm insulted. Anyway, that's going to be it for Ratchet and Clank. I quite enjoyed it, and this might be the series that I continue on with. I don't know. I guess I'll make that determination after I finish Sly. And then I'll have some thinking to do.
Stick around.
Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta switch out the discs, and it shouldn't take me that long. So be right back. We're gonna get into Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoons.